Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome to the next episode of my Plenty O Disney Top 5 Day. I hope everyone had a good week. This list is going to be a pretty interesting one because I don't think any of these top fives will be on anybody else's top 5 list. Maybe one or two. But if you want to go back and watch last week's top 5, just click right there. I'll put a link so you can look at my top 5 Disneyland treats. For this week, we're going to do the top 5 Disney movies. So not Pixar, just movies made by Disney, right? And it doesn't mean it has to be a Disney princess movie. As long as Disney made the movie, it's eligible for my list. So this is my top 5 Disney movies. Not the 5 best, because I'm sure there are plenty better than my list, but these are my 5. So let me bring up my list. And we'll start at number 5. So this movie might surprise people when I say it. When I was a kid, probably, 14 or 15, I think I watched this well over 20 times. Number 5 on my list of top 5 Disney movies is Cool Runnings. Now, I'm 42. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this movie. It's not the greatest movie of all time. I just remember it as one of the first movies as a kid that I really watched this many times. I love John Candy. I love Dougie Doug and Leon and everyone in the cast. The movie was hilarious to me. I know it was supposed to be sort of a true story of what happened, and if you read the Wikipedia, it didn't really go down, as they say, but you have to make the movie funny for Disney, and it was extremely funny. There were a lot of good parts. It was a feel-good story. I remember back then we had on pay-per-view. I remember it was pay-per-view, and it was like the first time we ever had on-demand. And if you bought it, you had it for the whole day. So that channel, it would play that movie. And I remember from the morning I woke up, I put the channel on, I watched Cool Runnings throughout the whole entire day. So number 5 for me, of my top 5 favorite Disney movies, is Cool Runnings. Number 4 will be on probably everyone's top 5, I would think. My number 4 is Aladdin. And this is the animated Aladdin, not the live action. The live action didn't make my top 5, but it could be on someone else's top 5. I really, really love the live action Aladdin movie. But as far as the animated goes, it's definitely probably one of the best Disney movies. It might be on the top 5 all-time Disney movies. It was in that area where there was The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. It brought Disney back pretty much. Every song is a classic for the most part. Robin Williams as the genie is probably one of the most iconic Disney characters of all time. And the story was just really well done. So there's not much you really have to say about Aladdin for this list. In my top 5, it's number 4. And when I look at my list, it's probably better than my next 3 entries. But like I said, I'm just going on movies that I like. For whatever reason, I like them. I mean, obviously, Cool Runnings is probably not on people's top 10 or 20 Disney movies, but it has meaning to me. So number 4, animated Aladdin. My number 3 favorite, and this probably just got on the list recently because I didn't watch this when it first came out. I've watched it for the first time a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3, Ratatouille. This movie is just a good movie in general. I really do wish I would have watched it when it first came out. Like I said, I think I first saw it maybe 2, 3 years ago. And now it's one of those movies where if it's on and I pass, I click the channel and Ratatouille's on, I watch it. If there's ever a time where I'm bored and I want to watch a movie, and I'm sure some of you have this experience, there are movies you love, but you just can't watch them all the time. It's not something you would just put on. Ratatouille is just a movie that it doesn't matter the time, the place. If I want to watch a movie and just lay down on the couch, Ratatouille is definitely up there. It's kind of like Avengers Age of Ultron for me. I could watch that whenever. I've watched it over 30 times. But Ratatouille is my number 3 most favorite Disney movie. And it's just a good movie. The animation is amazing. The story is amazing. Um, there's just really nothing bad to say about Ratatouille, the movie. When I went to Disneyland Paris 2 years ago, I wasn't able to eat at the restaurant or ride the ride because it was packed. So that's something I'll have to do the next time I'm there. So number 3, Ratatouille. My number 2 favorite Disney movie is Moana. And this might be on some other people's top 5. It's a recent movie. It's a great movie. I think it is. I really love this story as well. When I saw the coming attractions when it came out, it wasn't something I was immediately excited to see. Not that I wasn't going to see it anyway, but it just looked so good. Just from the trailers, like, again, the animation for this was so good. It's always good to watch a movie where it's not just me on the screen, because there's been hundreds of years, obviously, Disney, of just white characters all over the place. So I thought this was really, really good and long overdue. But another movie where the animation was great, the story was very good, it was funny, it was heartwarming, and the songs, again, like, the whole soundtrack was a hit. And for my top 5 list, I'll probably do a top 5 songs list down the road. And this is a spoiler for whenever that comes out. I think one of my top 5 Disney songs of all time is by far Shiny. I have it on my Amazon Music. It's in my playlist. I just really love that song, especially if you want to call it the video. The section of the movie where Tamatoa is singing that song is amazing. It's just out of control. So my number 2 movie is Moana. My number 1 movie, I guarantee nobody has this in their top 5 for a Disney movie, and definitely not number 1. And remember, this does not mean I think this is the best Disney movie ever made. It's just one of my favorite movies. And it's because of the series. It's probably one of the best movies, because people don't really give the entire series thumbs up, besides usually the first movie. And I think this one, like I said, the story was good. The score was good. It had great action and acting. And it's probably, besides Thanos, in my opinion, the best use of CGI on a human character that I've seen. And it's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl is probably the best, I think, out of all the movies. But like, this one was, I think, almost just as good as a movie. But Davy Jones, they did such a good job on Davy Jones that it literally looks like he's real. You can't tell that it's fake. Like, you know it's fake because that doesn't exist in the world. But the people who worked on the visual effects of Dead Man's Chest did an amazing job. I might even go as far to say that Davy Jones' CGI may have been a tick better than Thanos, and Thanos was amazing. There's just something about it. Whenever Davy Jones is on screen, I don't have the eyes of a professional, but when I'm watching it in 4K or in HD on my TV, which is 50 inches, it's not a movie theater, I can't see where there's, like, sometimes you can see the cutout of where, the green screen is and where the CGI is and where it meets. You can kind of tell in a lot of movies. Even in Marvel movies, there are some scenes where you could tell. This just looks perfect. So I absolutely loved Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest for the story, the CGI, the visual effects, and everything. And even besides Davy Jones, one of my favorite characters in that series is Calypso too. Amazing. So there you have it. That's my top 5 Disney movies, and I'll just read them off again from 5. Number 5, Cool Runnings. Number 4, Aladdin, the animated version. And like I said before, the Aladdin live action is one of my favorite movies. It's probably in my top 10. I think it was really good. Number 3, Ratatouille. That would be an interesting live action remake. Disney, I think you need to make a live action Ratatouille. Number 2 is Moana. And my number 1 favorite Disney movie is Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. And I might actually go watch that again today. So, what are your top 5 Disney movies? What do you think are the best Disney movies? Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure no one agrees with my top 5. So tell me how crazy you think I am. I'm probably going to get a lot of comments, if I get any comments, about how the hell do you have Cool Runnings on your list? Listen, man, it brings back memories and it's a good movie. So I will leave a card at the end for you all to watch my top 5 list. I have top 5 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. That was my first list. My second list was my top 5 rides in Disneyland. My third list, which was last week, was my top 5 Disney treats. I linked that in the beginning, and I'll have it at the end. And this list was my top 5 favorite Disney movies. My plan for next week is to do my top 5 Pixar movies. This list might be a little bit harder because I haven't watched them all. So I might not even have that many to choose from. And you know, a lot of the movies like Toy Story, there's 4 of them to choose from. There's 3 Cars movies. There's a lot of sequels in the Pixar realm. But I think I know probably what is definitely hitting my top 5. I'm thinking of it right now. And yeah, I think that's going to be in it. I think you'll all agree. So there you have it. Again, let me know what you think. Please, I really appreciate anyone who likes, subscribes, and hits that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, guys.